Hello, everyone out there. This is your host, B-Lo of the Hourglass Podcast. The time is now with Miko the Goddess.
Miko the Goddess is in the house.
That's what's up. We're Rated R.
Rated R is in the building.
We'd like to thank you all for watching our YouTube. Please subscribe and also hit the bell. And also follow us on Instagram, HGP_. The time is now. Hello, this is B-Lo, your host of the Hourglass Podcast. The time is now. And I got the crew with me, Dubbo.
Dubbo in the house. Here we go.
All right, Rated R.
Rated R in the building.
Rated R is here. Yeah. On this episode of the Hourglass, we got a special guest today.
Yes,
we got a legend. Let me repeat that. 20 years in the adult industry. She is a businesswoman with her own production company and CBD company. Without further ado, let's introduce the lovely Miss Sara Jay.
Yeah.
Hello. That was a great introduction. Thank you so much.
All right.
There's some claps in there, too.
There you go.
There we go.
There we go. So how does that feel, the longevity to be in the field? Over 20 years in your field, the adult industry. Like, how does that feel to you now?
You know, it feels great. Like, I can't say that I didn't kind of expect it, but yeah, I mean, it feels good to accomplish goals, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Ohio,
Cincinnati.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, Ohio.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that Justin?
Sound like you guys got some
Ohio, yeah, that is.
Yeah, that's Justin. You know, little connection to Chicago here.
Yeah, yeah. Not too far from here. Not too far.
right down the street.
Yeah. There you go. Are you the only child, and what school did you attend?
Yeah, I am the only child. I went to a bunch of different schools. The one I went to the longest was Anderson High School in Cincinnati. And yeah, we moved around a lot in the same area. So I went to probably 8 or 9 different schools.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Oh no.
That's moving. You was moving from the get go, huh?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You knew you wanted to go.
Yeah. Okay. Did you have
I was originally going to Chicago. That was my original plan, was to get up out of Cincinnati and go to Chicago. And I was like, well, detour. I went to Vegas instead.
You flew right on past us, on to Vegas.
Yeah. By the time I left Ohio, I was stripping, and Vegas was the spot,
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Not only that, but I was definitely ready to get rid of winters for sure.
Yeah. You did the right thing flying past Chicago,
So, what was your career path? Before you really got into the adult industry. Like, I know you missed the stripping.
Yeah, I was going to college full time for psychology, and I was working 4 jobs, and then I started stripping so I could work less jobs. And and then the longer I was in psychology, even though I really liked the subject, I only wanted to be a counselor. I started doing the math on that, and I was like, I'm making more money as a stripper right now. And if I finish school, I'm going to have all that school bill. And then also, I'm not going to be making as much money as I'm making now without school.
Okay.
So, I quit school and started stripping full time. And then I was like, where can I make more money stripping? So then it's time I moved to Vegas.
All right.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
So right after that, you decided, this is full time for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, as soon as I got into stripping, and I probably did it for about a year, my plan then kind of went to not necessarily porn right away. I didn't think porn, but I was like, oh, I'm going to be a professional stripper. I might do some nude modeling so that way the clubs will pay me to come. But I was like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around the U.S. and strip. This is it. And this is like back when people didn't really do that much, you know, like girls travel all the time now, and, you know, they feature entertainers and whatever. But this was like kind of unheard of a little bit, unless you had like something weird about you, like, you know, giant breast, or like, you know, I don't know, you shot ping pong balls out of your cooch or something.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah,
you
that's
might like that skill.
But no, I was like, you know, like I'm gonna make a name for myself in like nude modeling and stripping, and like just use those to travel around. And I got to Vegas, and I met a couple porn stars. And at the time, I was like, you know, I'm ready to explore my sexuality quite a bit more, but I would also like to do it in a way that's like safe, and it would be cool if I got paid too, right?
That's always
So,
great thing.
There you go.
Yeah, I was married at the time, so I was already in a relationship. So, I was just really looking to, like I just said, you know, explore my sexuality in a safe way, and shit, if I can get paid too, that's even better. So, I just poked around until I found somebody to give me my first scene. And that went okay, but it didn't really lead a lot of places. So in the meantime, I just kept sending my picture out to different photographers and producers and directors. And finally, a photographer contacted me and was like, I'm going to be in Vegas. I can introduce you to all the people I know. And it kind of really just snowballed my career.
All right.
As far as you dancing, how old was you when you first started?
I just turned 19.
19?
Yeah, I had done a little bit of nude modeling right before that, and yeah, it was like,
How
you
long
know,
did you
already
dance?
kind of
How long
like
did you dance for?
I still dance.
Ah,
Yeah,
oh.
yeah. I feature perform. Yeah, of course before 2020, but like I'll do it again starting next year.
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, hey,
Yeah,
it speaks
wow.
for itself.
If you got it, you got it.
Yeah, and you
got
look
it, you
amazing.
got it.
And you look amazing.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Send me a ticket. Seeing is believing.
Now, when you first started dancing, like, when did you kind of like feel like, okay, I can kind of like do this? Like, was it after the first couple of times coming to dance at the club, or like, hey, like this is me?
Yeah, you know, like kind of right away. Like, I'll be honest, my husband that I had at the time, he was like so good at giving me like good self-esteem and stuff. All I need is that like kickstart, and then like once I got to the club, I was like, oh no, there's lots of people who like me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I grew up poor, so like I was like, I'm making money, like enough to pay the bills, and then like extra. You know, so that was fine with me. And then I was married, so I'm taking care of us. We were able to put money away. He's able to do things. I'm able to do things. We're able to get cars. We're able to get houses. So it was like, okay, that's fine.
I know that had to be a big relief having support from your husband in a field like this. So that I know that kind of boosted your energy and your spirit to say, we gonna do this.
Yes,
Let's
do this. Yes,
Exactly.
I can do this. Yeah, absolutely.
That's good. That's good. I mean, because nowadays you can't. You can't. A lot of ladies don't support guys going to the clubs and vice versa. You know, so to have your husband to be like,
You going to a scene? Yeah. I got you.
No, you know,
Yeah.
he was a bouncer for strippers at the time, and
Okay.
he was like, yeah, he was
already
already familiar with the industry, and he was like, you
Okay.
can do this, trust me. He's like, I've seen lesser do more, and I was like, oh, calling me out, I got this. Hold on.
Yeah, exactly.
Pulling your car now. All right.
Yeah, I'm like, you see lesser do more. Please wait.
Well, you guys were right.
Right.
Yep.
So was you good on the pole?
I'm not a pole dancer. Oh no,
Okay.
no, that's not what I do. I do not dance on pole. Like, nah. There's like I've seen too many injuries, and like no, like there's no insurance. Like you're not an employee. There's no 401k. There's no retirement plan. Like why would you do that?
That's
Unless
correct.
you just want to do it for fun, you know? Like literally, I can make more money than the girl on the pole by just like walking around and giving the guys the attention that they want, you know?
Right.
There you go.
Yeah, like put your titties in their face, you know, like you flirt with them, little like sexy dance right in front of them.
Oh yeah, all
They're
that
just
was.
like, sorry,
Oh,
you know.
yeah.
Meanwhile, the girl on the pole, they just forgot they was up there, and they talking to their buddies until she falls and hits her head, and then they're like, oh, you know?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I never really bothered with a pole. Although I do admire it. I'm like, wow, it takes like a lot of skill, but I just thought it was dumb for a job. Like that should be like a hobby.
Understand?
Right?
So I shake a little bit. I got it right there. You got him now. You got him.
Yeah.
It's just another form of entertainment while you're there.
No, I get
So,
it, and I think it's beautiful. But like, I just was like,
Not for
if
you.
I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna need insurance for work.
Well, I mean, you was thinking with the business mind state, like, who's gonna take care of me if I fall?
Right. And I gotta
And
stay
what-
on my hands and feet on the ground in order to be safe.
Understandable. So I gotta ask, like, you know, like with you going into the dance and everything like that, how did your parents, like, you know, feel about that? You know, about you going dance and everything.
You know, like my mom, at that time, she was just like, I mean, do what you want, but I wish you used your brain a little bit because you're so smart. She's like, but, you know, as long as you're kind and sweet and nice and humble and never change, it doesn't really matter what you do as long as you're happy. But like, there was always that, like, you're really smart though, you know, like you have like a
Really
really,
have
yeah,
to
like
do
I
this.
got straight A's
Really
in
have to
school
do
and
this.
stuff. Like I could have graduated early. Like, so it wasn't until like I really started porn and became successful in porn that I think, you know, I've probably been doing it like 8, 10 years at that point. My mom was like, okay, I see what's happening here. You did use your brain. She's like, you're doing something. Yeah, she's like, you're doing something that you really enjoy and you've made a business out of it and you're very successful. And she's like, it works for you. She's like, you know, I'm very proud of you. Every time I have some sort of accolade or some sort of like, you know, press write up or something, you know, she lives vicariously through me and she like, you know, she's my little cheerleader.
All right.
Right. It's good to
Okay.
hear support.
So earlier in like the teen years, when did you actually feel like comfortable in yourself? Like at what point did you start to say, this is just me, you know?
Like as far as sexuality goes.
Just in general, like,
I
were you
I
a
was
shy
weird.
girl?
You know, I was always like a little standoffish, but
Okay.
like I was real weird from the beginning. So I was always comfortable in my own skin. Like my mom like really encouraged me to just be me and just, you know, I know I'm different and just like go for it. I always had like short hair and I had like lots of earrings. Like I had like this whole punk rock thing happening and
Okay.
I used to wear Jordans. I used to wear boys' clothes, and I was doing this like weird punky
Tomboy a little
Brewster.
bit.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. And I was doing like this weird like punky Brewster thing with like mismatched shoes, and yeah, I was just like all over the place. So I was always super comfortable with me. It was really like taking me and making me feel like feminine. That was like a major change for me, like making me feel like sexy and like attractive and stuff. Like, I didn't have a lot of like boyfriends or anything like that, and I didn't really date in school, but you know, I had a lot of interests and I had my character was full. It was just
Okay,
that
all right.
like I wasn't super in touch with like my feminine side, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, being in your industry, do you find it difficult to keep a significant other, whether if it's a male or a female?
Oh, you know, I was married for 11 years while I was in the industry. And even though we're divorced now, we've been divorced for like 13, 14 years. Um, yeah, you know, like the thing is that like once I already had gone through like a marriage and I was like, okay, that's really not for me. And it had nothing to do with the industry. It was just that, you know, I'm not the same person at 19 as I am at 30 or whatever, you know?
Right.
And after I got divorced, I just really didn't feel like it's fair to ask somebody to like, or to seek somebody out to like put up with my lifestyle that I'm not willing to compromise with, you know? So,
Yeah, take a certain
if
person
it happened, it happened, and that'd be cool. It's like whatever, but it's not something that I've like ever sought out, and I've been really logical about it. Like, it's a lot to swallow. Like, I've even had friends.
No pun intended.
No pun intended, right? I've even had like
Yeah,
friends.
okay.
I've had friends, male and female friends, that have a hard time being friends with me out in public because of the way people respond to me. So
Right.
imagine a significant other, you know, and I've had my close friends be able to voice that to me, like, you know, I don't like the way they talk to you, or I don't like the way they treat you, or like they put them in a bad mood or whatever. But like, imagine my significant other and all the multiple layers of that onion of feelings, you know? So, um, yeah, I would never ask anybody to do that. Like, I've got a lot of really, nah, you know, I got a lot of really good friends and I got a lot of really good people in my life. And I'm very fortunate. I'm very grateful for that. But um, yeah, regular, square,
Yeah.
monogamous relationships, probably not for me.
Oh,
All
so you
right.
50-50, 70-30, 90-10.
No, like, you know what?
90-10.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm a very good friend. I'm very like loyal friend when it comes to always being your friend and always helping you and always making sure that you're good. I'm that
Okay.
kind of friend. But
Okay.
in a traditional sense, I don't really fit into those kind of like boxes in a relationship, you know?
Cool.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Now definitely we gonna get into like the Sara Jay CBD. So are you, when you started the company, like before you started, like was you a user or you had like used it for medicinal purposes, or you know, like how did you get into that, the CBD?
You know, I've always been involved in the cannabis community in one way or another since I was 12. And you know, I grew marijuana for 11 years. And
Mm.
then after I moved from, you know, states where it was legal, I, you know, have always been interested in the cannabis community and how researching cannabis can really help us and help, you know, a greater part of the community. So with all the legalities and stuff, it's opened up research to be able to, you know, take apart all these different components that make up the cannabis plant and research them, study them, and evaluate them for different medical benefits, which is awesome because sometimes people just don't want to be high. There's people
Right.
I know where I'm like, you could use a sleep aid, but I don't want to see you high, you know? And there's
Right.
other
Right.
people
Right.
that, you know, might have
Right.
pain or might have headaches, and they don't really want to be high. And so CBD is an alternative to that. You know, you can get a lot of the medicinal aspects of THC or of cannabis without the THC and just the CBD. And it's amazing that this research has been able to isolate this. And now we've got CBD that's like legal almost globally, like, you know, or at least I should say the Western world, right? Like
Right.
even in like Europe, like CBD is like whatever. Nobody, like, they sell it everywhere. It's like whatever. You know, they give their dogs CBD. Parents take CBD. Parents give their kids CBD. Grandparents are taking CBD,
Right.
and you know, you don't feel stoned at all, and you really just get a lot of the pluses and none of the minuses, you know? So I use CBD when I like to sleep. So I usually take like 5 CBD gummies before bed. And
Wow.
yeah, I use that for sleep because a lot of times, again, I don't always want to be high. And I also use it for like muscle pain and stuff. Like right now, I got a little stiff neck and stiff shoulders. And so I put that on before I went to bed last night. Little
Okay.
CBD massage oil stuff.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's
So,
great because it what it does is it increases the circulation and relaxes the
Okay.
muscles. So I have a personal lubricant as well, and the personal lubricant, it will actually increase the sensitivity on your very exciting parts.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Now, Debo.
what?
didn't know that. Didn't know
On that
that.
note,
Oh, that know that. You go in on
that.
that.
On that note, you know.
Because I was getting ready to ask, like I know there's different things you can use it for. I didn't know that was one of them, but
It
Come
is.
on, guy.
it's good to know. It's good to know. So, due to the it's being more aware now that it's for like different reasons. Was it hard to kind of maneuver into this CBD industry because I know the laws and everything? Was it an uphill battle?
Yeah, it's still an uphill battle, honestly. Yeah, you know, first of all, like the laws are always changing. This is a new market still. It's in its infancy still. Getting a merchant account has been an exceptional challenge. You know, there's a lot of the way America works, you see, is if they grab you by the balls of
Yeah.
finance, right? So like if they want to make it hard on you, they make it hard for you to like process payments. They make it hard for you to, it's the same thing that the rest of the cannabis industry is going through in the whole rest of the country. Without it being federally legal, banks don't want to deal with cannabis companies, you know? So the money thing is always an issue. Yeah. That's the hard part, is like the money thing. You know, I feel like my products that I have, which is a bath bomb called Time Out, massage oil called Long Day, and personal lubricant called Long Night. Those products, they sell well. My market as Sara Jay, that's a very good cross market. Everybody's gonna love that stuff. You know, the people who haven't tried it, they're gonna love it. So that part's not the hard part. The hard part is always the narrow,
money.
you know.
Yeah.
But is it at a package? Like you got the morning, the noon, and the night? Is they do it come as a package or something?
Right. It does. I have a self-care collection too, where it's all three of them, and it comes in eucalyptus or in lavender.
And you can throw in a little bottle or for your you know.
Yeah, a little
Strong
personal
part,
lubricant.
you know.
Yeah, sure.
He just wants some. He trying to ask about it a roundabout way.
I'm just saying.
He going a bottle.
I'm just saying. When you take the night dose, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
It goes together, you know.
You're going to have a long night.
Exactly. You know, have a long night. Exactly.
Well, do you indulge in marijuana?
Yeah, of course.
So have you ever been high or tipsy on a set before?
Like I would be lying if I said no, but yeah. Yeah, of course. You know, like I don't really like to drink on set. Drinking like makes my face really red and makes my nose red and makes me sweat. But like I'll smoke a little bit sometimes before. Yeah.
Right. What mode does it put you in? Like when you smoke?
Wild out mode or wild in mode?
Or relaxing, just relaxing.
Relaxing, like less anxiety. Like I'm the type of person, I smoke weed mostly for anxiety. Like, you know, and a lot of times, especially, you know, you're going through your day, you wake up at 8 a.m., the alarm clock is like, hey, wake up. You know, you go put makeup on and you're like looking at the clock. You're like, oh, I gotta hurry. There's traffic. Oh my God, I gotta be at the place. And so by the time I get there, I'm like, yeah, so like, you know, if I can bring it down and channel some of that feminine energy, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll be in a minute. I'm gonna take a little break in the parking lot. I'll be.
I'll be right.
When did you start it? What year did you start the CBD company?
I started this year in 2020.
Oh, okay. 2021 or 2020 last year.
2020, last year.
2020, okay,
it's like
it's
to me, it's one big year. It's just been one long year, and
it definitely feels like that.
So 2020, you started. Okay. How's it going?
It's good. Like the problem is always like the merchant account, but people love the products, and it's great. So we're working on some new products even. Gonna like work on like a little coconut oil, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. And like a muscle balm. Right now I have a massage oil, but I'd like something with like maybe some menthol camphor in it.
Oh, that's great. All right, now got shout out to that now. Get some Sara Jay CBD now. That oil now. All them oils are good now. Peppermint, everything now.
Coconut ball oil.
Coconut ball oil. Write that down right there. Write that down
right now.
The Dub Boo would like some of that.
Now you say like 2020 definitely been a trying year, like with the COVID-19 and everything. How has that kind of affected like you personally, like with the business, everything, COVID-19?
I this is not the popular opinion. I've had an amazing time. Like we could start 2020 over and just subtract all the dying people, and like we could just keep doing that over and over again. 2020 was a great year for me. It was, you know, I work from home, so that just means that I had to make less appearances, and I got to stay home more often. You know, I work from home, and it's got me time to like kind of catch up on things that I was behind on and start some new projects like the CBD Company, and just like reorganize and also kind of like take a step back from the hamster wheel and maybe slow down life just a hair, you know?
Mm-hmm. You just
appreciate
catch up with
things a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes.
That's amazing. Amazing. So if you take CBD and smoke weed, how does that? What does that affect? Like, have you ever
extra sleepy? extra sleepy, extra sleepy. You're gonna be high like you would be with weed, right? But then you're gonna be extra sleepy.
Oh wow. Well, scratch that off your list, below.
Yeah.
I mean, unless
You
you're
can't
having
do
a hard
both.
time sleeping. If you're having a hard time sleeping, go for it.
X.
Yeah.
Wow. So, how is being on a set and range? You know, is it every day, every other day? Is it a set schedule, twice a month? I might come tomorrow. What is that like?
Like just being on set, is that what you said?
Yes. How's that schedule? Is it set schedule, or how does that go?
No, like, I still work for other companies as well as my own production companies. So when I work for other companies, a talent coordinator will contact me from that company and be like, hey, we've got some dates for you here, there, whatever. And then I just decide if I want to do it or not, and they book me. But if it's my own company, the way that we usually shoot, and I found it easier for me, is like we'll shoot in like a block of days. Like I'll pick out a block of days, like 8 days in a row, something like that,
Okay.
10 days, something like that. And we'll just shoot 2 scenes a day, every day, boom, 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 and get it all knocked
Okay.
out the way. Yeah, that way I can shoot like talent in multiple scenes, and it's easier for me to deal with. I can be in production mode, and then when that's
Right.
over, I can be in post-production mode and
Okay.
organize all the content and get it all the places it needs to go and everything. And then we start that cycle over again. So for me,
Okay.
the easiest way is to block all the production days like in a group all in a row, and then go to post-production after that.
Okay,
Cool.
then like about you being a boss lady you're on right now, Side Productions, like you talked about your production company. So when did you start that? And you being a female, like it's not too many female-owned production companies, I think, correct?
Yeah, 2008 was my first DVD release for Wideside Productions. And yeah, we've been growing pretty good ever since. And I also have a management team now as well. And what we do is we hand select very few individuals within the industry, and then we create content for them,
Okay.
produce content for them, for their sites and for whatever platforms that they are on. And then we also take that content and then we distribute it on our different channels as well.
All right.
Okay.
So, like being the CEO, did it change a little bit from being like more hands-on, or were you more behind the scenes? Like,
Like the biggest problem is trying to find that balance, because I am still active and I am still performing, and I still have a lot of fans that want to see me, and that's yeah, I have no problem with it. So, it's hard to like kind of turn that down in lieu of focusing on the greater good of the company and the talent that I manage, but I often have to do that. So it is a delicate balance of like between like, what's good for Sara Jay and what's good for Wideside.
all right.
Wow, that's what's up.
Okay.
Wide Side Production.
There you go.
Where or who did you get that name from?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it honestly, it sounds so corny, but it just came to me and I was like, no, that's it. Done. I pictured it and I was like, yeah, that's what's happening. I had a logo made up, and the W kind of looks like boobs, or it could look like a butt, depending on however you want to view it, And I'm pretty wide. I do have a wide side back there.
Well, there we go.
See,
There we
what you
go.
do,
Now,
yeah.
there you go.
That's the first thing that came to my
There
mind.
you go. There
Rump a
you
dump.
go. Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
All right.
Yeah, so it's like it's whatever you want it to be, but
We want to know
mine.
what you pick.
yeah, that's why it came to me. I was like, that's it, and I was like, I knew the eyes had to be wise. It had to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wide Side Production.
Yeah, Side Production. That's nice right there. That's definitely
good.
nice. And like with the talent, you say
Thank
you
you.
pick the talent and everything. You pick individuals that's in the field. So with you picking them, like, do y'all look for like, what do you all look for? Like, do y'all look for like size or something like that for male? Is that for male size or like what is that?
Not at all. Like, honestly, I look for performers that intend to be in the industry long term, first and foremost.
Okay.
Because what I can do for a performer is I can show them how to make a business out of this and how to make a career out of this and how to be in it forever. And so I want people that are interested in that. And I like talent that's already established to a certain extent. They already have a fan base.
Okay.
So it's like a little bit more of a sure thing. And sometimes like when you deal with like young people, you have to worry about like, parents and boyfriends and God and aliens and all these things like derailing them,
Right.
Like,
Right.
yeah, sometimes they get abducted. But like all these things like derailing their career. And like I would much rather like work with somebody who's like a sure thing and just needs like a little bit of guidance and push to like stay on the path of career goals.
Oh, okay. Rated ice in your resume, man. You got your resume ready to do, boo. You got that now?
I got you. I send that resume on in. All right. Resume.
So I got a question. So what's your preference as far as like being in a scene? Like, would you like prefer like threesomes, or would you prefer like women or men? Like, what's your
All that,
preference?
yes.
all that,
Threesomes for sure. Yeah, like I like threesomes. Like I'm bisexual, so if I could have a man and a woman at the same time, that's amazing.
Sheesh.
All right, all right,
okay.
amazing.
How the hell you prepare for that? Like, are you stretching? Or are you,
Yeah, definitely, yes.
Are you pull
Yes,
my
definitely
arm while I pull
stretching.
yours? How you?
No, I definitely do some stretching and a lot of hygiene. Like hygiene
yeah,
and
well,
stretching. I think that's kind of where we're at with it. Yeah.
That's a big thing. Now, is the size matter for you this year?
Mm-hmm. I can work with all dicks. Like, I'm
Okay,
professional.
You say below. You say.
Big or small, I can fuck them all.
Uh-oh.
You say
You say if it's small, if it's small,
If it's big or
what?
small, I can fuck them all.
Big or small? All right, now, too. I got it. We in there now.
That is wonderful. Now, another thing with the same thing, was it when you see something like wow, does it intimidate you?
Very rarely, but sometimes, yeah. Like I'll be like 100% honest. Like I worked with Brickzilla last year, and I was like, that looks big. And I was trying to think. I was like, I haven't had anything that size in quite a long time. Like,
God damn it.
yeah, no, like I'll be honest, like that was the first time where I thought, like, what do I need to do anything to prepare for this? Because this is kind of new.
Kegel
Like,
ball with
not
the
like
Kegels.
new, but like new to my vagina, like a couple years new probably. And I was like, okay, so I brought my vibrator on set so that way I could get like a little like warmed up, because I didn't know how. You never know how a person's gonna be like the first time you meet them. Are they gonna be cold? Are they gonna like be you're gonna have chemistry with them? So I brought my vibrator on set with me like the first time that I shot with him, just to make sure like that I was nice and warmed up. Sometimes we don't always have a chance to warm up either. So no, everything was great though, and he's so sweet and so nice, and yeah, it wasn't a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal, but you know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
It was like not
Pun intended.
problematic. It was
Yeah.
not problematic.
There we go. You just leave the big part out. You
Right.
No problems.
Right.
So when you on the set and you meet a new person, I mean, do y'all talk the night before, or how's it y'all go out on a date, or you just wham, there he go.
No.
You got 60 minutes.
Yeah.
You get
Like-
ready.
Like I try to. I'm always very flirtatious. Like I'm a very flirtatious person. So, especially if I know I'm about to have sex with you, I try to get excited
I mean,
about
that
it.
goes with it. That's
Yeah,
understandable.
you would think so.
You
So
better.
yeah, I usually try to just like, we show up on set and I try to like give him a hug and like, flirt a little bit, maybe get to know him just slightly. Yeah. Or maybe not. Sometimes
you
it's
ever-
just like, yeah, sometimes it's just like, like hugs
Chemistry.
and kisses. Yeah. Like hugs and kisses.
Like
Let's do
chemistry.
this,
Have you ever dated someone? Bam! Have you ever dated someone you had a
Now.
scene with?
No, no, I don't really date though. Like, I mean, I've definitely had sex with people I've had scenes with, not on camera, but yeah, not really dating.
Okay.
So, what turns Sara Jay on?
I'm very oral. Like I like kissing a lot. I like sucking dick a lot. I like eating pussy a lot. I also like to be like kind of worn out. Like I want you to wear my ass out a little bit, you know? Like
You got
for
that,
me,
dude?
yeah.
That sound like everything.
That
sound like
Said
everything.
wore out, kissing,
Right.
sucking, all the above, man.
Yeah.
You got a job to do now to get her going.
Right. I mean, I'm gonna do it back to you. It's gonna be mutual. But yeah, like I want to. Like for me, sex is like a release, and I need to be like a little exhausted afterwards. Honestly,
All right.
you know, like I just left the gym. Like I want to be like, phew.
Right.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to call off whatever we're gonna do.
Right.
Yeah, he got to be up for that marathon now. You sound like you going like you want at least about 2-3 hours now. You want
You know,
no
like
quick
I
guy
was
now.
like a day. Like a day.
What? A
right?
day?
Yeah.
A day?
Oh, what? They said a normal day.
Hey, Dub, we gotta go to work. A damn day. We gotta work.
Because that is. I mean,
Damn
like,
sex slave. What you
you
get?
got a couple days off. You got a couple days a week off. Just like one of those days should be mine. No.
Right.
The whole
Okay.
damn day.
You got to get some of that oil now. That CBD,
Yeah, I
that
just
oil,
was
put
saying.
that oil on it now.
Yeah, it's working. It works.
Long night. What it say?
Yeah,
Tell
long
his ass
night.
don't put no damn pajamas on that damn day.
Right.
Butt ass
I
naked.
want those days.
There it is. Just butt ass naked running
Put
around
the
here.
pajamas on to go get the Uber Eats at the door.
There it is.
Right.
You on a session for
Yeah.
real. You on a session now. Oh,
He
wow.
ain't never coming back to that house again. Wow. So when you're not on the set, what's a regular day for Sara Jay? If you're not doing your work, your normal work, what is a nice day for Miss
You
Sara Jay?
know, okay, couple things there. So if I'm not on the set, that doesn't mean that I'm not doing work. I got so much other work to do. I sit in front of the computer most days, like transferring files, copying files, checking edits, like all that kind of stuff. But besides those days, those very few days in between where I'm not working, Sunday's usually my day off. Like that's usually my day, and I have a lot of plans. The ones behind me are fake, yes, but I have all these other real plants on the other side of the room, and I spend a lot of time with the plants. I'll be honest with you, like, you know, propagating them, switching them out of pots, you know, making sure they're fed and watered and all that stuff. And
House stuff.
like yesterday, I went to a baseball game. And
Wow.
yeah, I'm pretty normal. Like I like to go to like festivals and food festivals, music festivals, art festivals. That was the only thing that was like a major bummer about 2020. I was like, oh, no festivals.
Yeah, no games either.
Right?
Wow.
No.
Yeah, no, are you a sports fan? Are you?
I'm not. I just like events. I'll be honest with you. I really
Okay.
just like going to the arena. I like looking at people. There's so many people there. I like staring at people. I like staring. Like I'm just like I like to look at things. Like I don't dislike sports by any means. Like sports are cool, but I also don't follow sports.
Okay.
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a difference. It's a difference.
Yeah. No, I like I would probably watch ESPN before I watched a game. Like I like to know
Highlights.
about
You wanna
things.
go in and
yeah,
out.
or like
Highlights.
highlights,
In and
or
out.
like the 30 for 30s, or like first
Okay.
take, or like yeah.
Oh, that's enough.
Yeah.
That's
That's
enough.
understandable.
You know
That's
enough.
enough for
You know enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
You know
I'm
who Tiger
interested
Woods
in
is.
it.
Right.
I don't have time to like follow all that stuff.
Right.
Understand. You pretty busy now. You got a lot
Yeah.
going on with CBD and Wydesyde now. They taking up all your time and working
Exactly.
too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
This is wonderful, man. I, you know, coming into this, I didn't know what to expect. You know, but I, obviously you're beautiful
Thank you.
great businesswoman. You know, and just following up, I can see how the business side works. You know, me just personally just looking into it, you think outside the box with everything, like Wydesyde. The first thing I thought about is your rump, you know. so it fits, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It fits. So I've learned a lot today, and I appreciate you know, having us come out. I mean, well, that's how it usually is, but we're together right now. Virtual hugs and everything.
Yes,
you know.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's I really like doing the zooms and the videos and stuff. I think it's fun. I think it actually gets you out to a lot more places. Like I might not be able to make it to Chicago to see y'all, but we can do this here, right?
Do it here.
How cool
We
is
got to
that?
get you to Chicago now. Definitely get you there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep.
For sure.
In the winter, so you can feel like home. Okay.
No.
Yeah, in the
coming
winter,
like
so you can
June.
feel like Cincinnati.
I'm gonna come like in June.
All right, put that on the schedule now. We got to get you at Oceans now. Oceans Gentlemen's Club, located in Bedford Park, Illinois. Now we got to get it now.
I feel
That's our
like
main
I've
spot.
been there. I think I've been there. They got water in there.
They do.
Yes, they have
do.
water.
And
Yes,
mermaids.
I have been in there.
All
And
right,
mermaids
all right.
now. All right
Yeah, I've
They
been
said they
there.
got water in there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
No, I was like, that's like a little floaty pool thing or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know it. You know it too.
Yes,
right.
I do. I know it.
So I got one more
Fantastic.
question. I got one question for you. I'll let you think about this one.
Okay.
While you at home with your significant other, if you can have one individual to serenade the both of you all, who would you choose?
Oh my goodness, to serenade us.
Live in person, he or she is right there.
Oh, I think that. They don't matter. It doesn't matter if they're alive or dead.
Don't matter live or dead.
Al
And
Green,
now,
done.
and now you
Al
can't
Green,
say
done.
who you got.
Al Green, done.
Al Green.
Al Green.
Oh, all right now. Look, that was unexpected. Al Green now. Okay.
One thing
My
Al
next
Green can do.
thought was Stevie Wonder.
Oh,
Stevie, okay.
Oh, see, those
Well,
are-
he and Stevie gonna come if Al can't make it.
He coming right behind him now.
He gonna come there. He the substitute serenader.
That's what's up. Cause I heard too, you also an old school hip hop fan, right? Your
For
favorite,
sure.
yeah, definitely. And was it Outkast, AT Aliens was your favorite old school
Love
album?
it.
That definitely
Love it.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Game
Okay.
Theory, The Roots. That's another one of my favorites. Yeah.
wow.
Like, yeah, I'm old school.
Oh.
I'll be 44 this year.
Oh wow.
Don't
Okay.
even. Hey, I would have stayed 24. Where you going?
It's you
Nah.
know what? I'm proud of each one of these years.
Got
Oh,
you.
wow.
Understandable. Understandable now. Wisdom.
I would too.
Wisdom. It's wisdom now.
Yeah, I would too.
Oh wow.
Definitely. We thank you, Miss Sara Jay.
Absolutely. Thank you
so
so much
much.
for having me on.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
Thank you for taking your time out, to have this conversation with us. We truly appreciate it.
Sure.
And teach.
pleasure.
You know,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You know,
that's the com-
as I get older, I find that, the more experience and knowledge you gain, the more you got to share it.
It is.
Definitely. And for those of you that don't know Miss Sara Jay, would you please tell them how they can find you and see your work and your
Sure.
pages and everything to follow
Yep.
you?
I've got
Yeah, or-
sarajay.com, which is my adult site, and then Sara Jay CBD, which is my CBD site. But if you want to find everything Sara Jay, including all my social media links and any merchandise that I have, you can go to sarajaylinks.com.
All right.
Okay, there you go.
okay,
There we go.
okay.
Miss Sara Jay. There you go right there.
Hey Sarah, you a sweater?
Not usually. I'm like one of those people that gets sticky. Like I
you're
glow.
sticky.
Got the shine on you. Okay.
Yeah.
Moist. No, something glow.
You cleaned that up.
Yeah.
Radar cleaned that one up. You know, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
He
If you
actually-
see if you see me sweating, that means he's putting in work.
Uh-oh.
That's what I'm, there you go. That's what I'm. There it is. That's what I'm getting at.
Well, I mean, hey, if he putting in work, that means, if you sweating and he putting in work, that means you having a good time.
Absolutely.
That's just
Absolutely.
what
And
it
that's
is.
really what it's all about, right?
Yeah, yes.
That's what having fun right there. Oh, one more thing though, like when did you like when you came outside, you was like, hey, like everybody noticed you, like that's Sara Jay. Like when did you like, damn, like I'm Sara Jay? Like when did you
I
kind
can
of
tell
like
you exactly when I'd been recognized here and there and there and here. But the moment where I was like, oh no, this is a thing. This is a
Right.
big thing.
right.
I was in a pedicab. You know what a pedicab is? Bicycle taxi.
Mhm.
I was in a bicycle taxi in Amsterdam.
Oh.
And we stopped at a stop sign, and somebody that was like crossing at the crosswalk saw me inside the pedicab and started screaming my name. And the pedicab driver was like, does he know you? I was like, no, drive faster.
Pedal faster.
And I was like, oh my
Pedal faster.
goodness.
It's gone. Feast was gone.
Like, it wasn't like I was like making an appearance in Amsterdam.
Right.
It wasn't like I was even walking down the street. I was like in a
You just
little
mosey
like,
along. You just mosey along.
All right.
Wow,
Yeah.
definitely.
You had that glow.
International. Do you
Yeah.
travel? Do you travel a lot? Like what you do, like internationally, like that? Okay.
Yeah, I do. I travel quite a bit. Yeah, we have conventions like all over Europe and then all over the US. I know a few other places too that I hit every now and then, but I usually go to conventions in Europe and the US.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Deal. Oh, speaking about the conventions, will you be down in Why Not for Hollywood, California for the Cam Awards?
I will not. It is
Okay.
a vaccine only show, and I am not currently vaccinated.
Oh,
It is what
okay.
it
I
is.
ain't going either, then. Damn it, I ain't going
No.
either.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you just throwing.
But
We will be
other than
down
that,
there.
though,
Okay,
well, I look forward to
understand.
meeing you guys sometime in the near future, though.
Definitely a
Definitely.
person.
And if you need a cameraman for a 2-woman scene
Oh, yeah, you're the one.
or 3 women, I'm your man.
Well, thank you guys so much.
Definitely.
you.
Thank
You
you.
too.
We appreciate you.
Have a good
and,
night.
And before you go, Sarah, would you say the Hourglass podcast? The time is now. Your name first. This is Sara Jay, the Hourglass. I'm on the Hourglass podcast. The time is now.
What's up? This is your favorite porn star, Sara Jay. I'm on the Hourglass podcast, and the time is now.
There it is, right there.
First take.
Perfect. First take.
Yeah.
Professional.
That's what I'm talking about.
Definitely. I'm B-Lo.
I'm Double.
Rated R in the building.
Yep. And this has been our show with the lovely Miss Sara Jay.
You know
Thank you
it.
so
Over
much.
it.
There we
Yeah,
go.
all right.
I got that.
Yeah, so we gonna be fighting.
Have everybody.
We gonna be
Pocket,
fighting
I
for
got
the
that.
kisses.
All right, now see you.
All
The
right.
time
Bye.
is now.
Hourglass Podcast, the time is now.